Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's tutorial we are doing a Studio One Air Candy effect that you could definitely add to your production to make your music sound a little more vibey, a little more interesting, to change it up, right? And today's effect is that Drake filter sweep effect, right? So firstly, we want to drop an EQ. I'm going to use the FabFilter Pro Q3, but you can definitely use any EQ for this effect, right? Alright, so we want to create a point on the filter, and with our band frequency we're going to send it straight to 30 kilohertz. Right, with our gain we're going to do a negative. You'll stop at about 10 and make some final adjustments, and with our Q we are going right. Now we're going to come back over here and do a big 48 dBs, and we'll definitely add a little more. Right now you want this to cut or attenuate as heavy as possible, so that when it is moving it is basically lowering a lot of the frequency, right? So you're gonna have to do this by ear for each particular beat, right? So let's play our sample and see how this song so far. All right, so that already sounds really awesome, right? So what we need to do now is automate this guy, right? We need to automate it. All right, so how do we automate in Studio One? Well, we need to automate only one knob here, which is this frequency band here, right? So we have it selected, and you're going to see it up here in this region, and once it is ready here we're going to hit edit automation, right? So we notice over here change, and we got this line. This line is going to represent what is happening in the EQ spectrum here, right? We're going to create 3 points. One where it is going to start, the other one of where it's going to end, and a middle point at just where the filtering will start to happen. All right, so our cutoff point will be at 54 kilohertz. You know, we don't want too much bass off, and you're going to have to adjust this for T. So let's see how this song so far. All right, not sounding too bad, but we need to fine tune it a bit, right? And the really cool thing about these things is you need to find a point where it's about to hit like a really strong transient point where somebody is expecting like a bass, and then you just basically hit them that surprise from there. And another thing I noticed, now again, when they do have something like vocals, it's going to add a lot more interest to it, but we don't have any vocals to play with. All right, now we can adjust this, right? This is going to help it ramp up a bit more, or or if we want it to basically come back in slowly. So let's try and ramp it up a bit. As you can see, that sounded way better, right? So let's pull it down and see what's the effect of a slower ramp. That wasn't bad either. You know, it's all about adjusting the taste, but let's bring back in some of those lower frequency, like we might cut it at about 300. Let's see how that sounds. Alright guys, so let me pause this video for a while to ask you to like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want more tutorials like this. And you can definitely see that the lower ramp would work for some situation, or we could do definitely some sort of in between. And you can definitely see how the automation is happening in real time. Alright guys, and that's our tutorial for today, how to do the Drake sweep filter in Studio One. Don't forget again to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We have more Studio One training and tutorial coming up. This was an ear candy effect that you could add to your production to make your beats or your music production sound way more interesting.